Welcome. In today's video, I'm giving you 3 ways that you can search for investment properties in today's market. So as you know, it's a seller's market. It's not as easy as just going out and searching online and finding a great property that's a great deal to make an investment and make profit on, especially if you want to make a return in a short period of time. But I've got 3 simple ways, well, not always simple, but 3 ways that you should start looking for properties if you're looking to invest in real estate. My first one is the MLS, is an MLS search. Now, I know that's sort of counterintuitive to what I just said, but it's a little bit more in depth than that. So I've actually, of the investment properties I've owned, about 2/3 of them have come through MLS property searches that I've found as I'm looking at properties every day through the Columbus Board of Realtors, through the MLS, and finding a good deal. The way that I've done that is by really digging in and focusing on certain types of criteria that I can eventually turn around and use to negotiate a good deal and to make sure that I'm finding a property that works. So, you're going to look for properties that have been on the market for a long period of time. You're going to look for properties that have limited information or inaccurate information. And one of the things that's really important in finding a good deal on an MLS property is you've got to really, really understand and know the specific neighborhoods and the specific areas so that you can accurately analyze what that property's current value is, why it might be a good deal, and why it could be worth more in the future, whether it's a flip in a short term or a rental property that maybe you're going to do some renovations on and create value, whatever it may be. But there are great properties out there. You've just got to know the market and spend a lot of time online searching. So that's the first place. The second place is through other online sources that are not the MLS. So off-market properties that are online. For example, auction websites, bank-owned websites. There's all kinds of different auctions, REOs, short sale, bank-owned properties. Now, the information is hard to obtain sometimes, but if you have the time, I highly suggest you get on those various websites. Unfortunately, it's not like the MLS. There's not just one source for that type of property. You've got to look at multiple different websites, and depending on where you're investing, whether you're investing here in Ohio or in Columbus or other states, there's going to be different places that you can go and search online for basically below market, distressed type of properties. The primary category in that is auction properties, but you need to know the market. You need to know the area that you're investing in really well, because you don't want to get into a situation where you're bidding up on a property online without being able to access it, and then turns out that you went and paid too much for it, or maybe your final obligations for the cash to close were more than you expected. So know the areas, do your research really well on those properties, but if you have the time, spend the time online looking at those different options to maybe find a good deal. And then the last one is a little bit outside the box, something that you're probably your everyday person that doesn't invest in a lot of real estate isn't going to spend time or money doing, but I call it farming. And that is identifying a neighborhood or a certain community that you really want to invest in, and narrowing down the types of properties that you're looking for, and then targeting off-market properties, targeting those homeowners, typically distressed homeowners or multifamily homeowners, or maybe it's commercial properties, whatever your niche is. You actually will target those with direct mail campaign, voicemail, phone call campaigns, and even email blasts if you can obtain the information. Now, that is something that I can do, or I have the ability to do when you've really created and defined the right area, but it is an investment in time and it's an investment in money. So for those thinking about getting into property investment, I definitely suggest looking into that route, but just know that there's some more costs and some more obligations to trying to target those types of homeowners. It's more of a situation where 99.9% of the time you're going to get a no answer from those people, but you're looking for that one or that 0.1% that happens to be a great deal and a great opportunity for you to buy a property and for that person to get rid of a property that maybe they just don't want to deal with. So there you have it. Those are my 3 places to start. Get a hold of me and I can talk to you in more detail about how I've used those strategies successfully to find properties.